I am going to demonstrate the single row buttonhole. Just as the name suggests, this is a buttonhole that you can make within a single row of knitting. This is one of my favorite buttonholes because it is relatively easy to make once you get the hang of it. It doesn't require too much advanced planning and it's pretty strong. It also has a professional looking finish. To begin, we start on the right side of the work. First thing we do is move the yarn to the front, slip a stitch, and move the yarn to the back. Slip another stitch and pass the first slipped stitch over the second one to cast off one stitch. We're going to repeat that 2 more times for a total of 3 stitches. You can cast off as many or as few stitches as you need to accommodate the size of your button. So there we've cast off our 3 stitches. We're going to return this last slipped stitch back to the left-hand needle and then turn the work. Now we're going to cast on stitches to make the top of our buttonhole. So we're going to move the yarn to the back and we're going to cast on 4 stitches. That's 3 stitches for the ones we cast off on the bottom and an extra stitch to lock the top and the bottom together. We will use the cable cast on stitch, and for that you insert the right needle between the first 2 stitches on the left needle and cast on. You want to do this kind of loosely because it's pretty easy to end up with a tighter top than bottom of your buttonhole. So here's the last stitch. And now we're going to pass the first stitch on the right hand needle to the left hand needle and pass the last cast on stitch over it. You can pull on the working yarn to tighten up the space between those 2 stitches. Now we're going to return that last stitch back to the right hand needle. Turn the work again and move the yarn to the back. So that is the completed single row buttonhole. All we have to do now is continue working the row. And that is the single row buttonhole.